What's up, everyone? 59. We'll get started in a minute. Let's give it a minute for everyone to get in here. What's everyone looking at today? What's up, Prophets, Viet, Rusty, Muhammad, Jim, Ella, Par? What's going on, everyone? Love seeing the same people in here every single morning. Those are the people that are gonna really become an amazing trader. Right, you gotta put in the time. Let me lower the music a bit. You gotta put in the time. Right, the only way you're gonna get better at trading is by looking at the charts more often. What's up, Jacoma? What's up, Omar, Kendra, Tracy? How's everyone doing? FOMC is at 2:30 or 2 o'clock, but Powell speaks at 2:30. Yes, everyone hit the like button, spam it. Boom, go, go, go. Spam that like button. All right, 26. What's up, Tom? Been up since 6 a.m. watching your playlist. Good stuff, Charles. Good stuff. What's up, Tony? Chris? Yeah, so Raphael just mentioned, right, no reason to trade today at FOMC, right? FOMC, right? The Fed's going to be speaking about interest rates, about how many bips they want to increase interest rates, right? Huge factor in the market, right? Market's going to be very volatile. Keep an eye on it, right? 2 o'clock is when it drops. 2:30 is when Powell speaks. Market's going to go crazy around then. If you're not willing to lose money, don't trade today. Right? Things can go, a lot of breakouts that you think are going to happen aren't going to happen, and vice versa. So if you can, try and be done by, before lunchtime. Right? Don't trade FOMC unless you're ready to lose money. So, what am I watching? Right, SPY's up in pre-market, 0.5%. We had this nice breakout yesterday, end of day, little pullback as a retest. Do you guys want me to cover the play that went 1,000%? Drop a comment, let me know. I can cover it quickly. It'll take 2 minutes. What's up, Bobak? How you doing? Kevin, can you look at Piton, what the levels are? They have a catalyst. They launched new equipment. I'll take a look for you. They're up a little over 5% in pre-market. Nice flag, right? So first thing when you look at a chart is you should see a pattern right away, right? Don't try and force a pattern, right? Or don't try and force a setup, right? First thing I see is this right here. right? Perfect flag. Higher and higher lows, lower and lower highs, right? So entry point for Piton, right? Whoever wanted to play this, entry point's right over there. Right, we'll do green. Stop loss would be below the low, right in this region here, right? And the price target would be this region right here, right? Great setup, actually. Looks really good, right? And it could potentially run up to, right? You can use this resistance, right? It lines up perfect. A breakout right to this resistance, right? That's exactly what we look for, right? This is why I would take profits here, right? And this also lines up with this resistance here, right? So multiple levels in this region here that potentially can reject, right? So if you do trade this, let's you know, make sure you take profits if it does break out here. 75 or 100, I mean, hopefully it's 75. If it's 100, you're gonna see some blood in the streets. Hopefully it's 75 bips. All right, let's go over that SPX trade. So was waiting all day for a setup. In the morning, right? This is when market opened. In the morning, right? I missed the first setup that I liked. Right? I saw this here. Right? This kind of pattern here. Rejected multiple times. Right? And we had higher and higher lows. Right? So we were flagging here intraday. Right? This is what we had. This is what the price action looked like at, what is this? Mid-afternoon. Right? 9:30, 10, 12. Right? Around 2 o'clock, actually. Oh, wait, I want to cover this one. This is the one I wanted to cover. Okay. So, at 10 o'clock is when we got that reversal. Easily could have identified it. Right? Everything always plays the same. Right? So first of all, this is on the 1 minute, so obviously it's a little bit a little sketchy. Right? You always got to be careful if you're trading these low time frames, but this is how you trade low time frames and scalp. So I wanted to cover it because I always get questions about it. Right? Multiple rejections off this trend line, multiple bounces off this support. Right? And take a look at how we broke down before the rip to the upside all the time. That's exactly what happened when I traded that SPX play. Also, everyone please drop a like while you're here. Right, so entry point always at the break of the resistance, right in this region here. Right, look, it broke out, it consolidated sideways, and then you can also use this previous resistance as an entry point. Right, breaks out, rejects, comes back down, retests, shoots up to the upside, hits that next resistance, comes back down. Old resistance now acts as a support, and then continues to the upside to the high of the triangle. Right, same thing over and over again. This was from 10 o'clock to 10:13, right? 13 minutes, and I'm sure this jumped up over 100%, probably even more. So now let's go over the SPX play that, oh no, this is a different one, right? So higher and higher lows, multiple rejections off these off this trend line here, right? Lower and lower highs. Make the music a little bit lower. Right, so let's see what happens, right? Entry point would be right in this region here. If we enter there, stop loss is below here. And price target is somewhere in this region here. Right, it doesn't need to be exact because, right, there's multiple rejections. And let's see how it plays out. All right, consolidates, looking for a retest or a bounce off support, right? Starts to chop sideways. It's exactly what we'd be looking for, right? Consolidation is your friend as long as you don't get in the consolidation, right? You enter there, shoots up. This is exactly what we look for, right into the price target. We take profits. Easy as that, right? Quick, easy, simple, very easy play. And then we, right, you can either leave runners or take the profits. If the play goes right into your price target like this, always set a stop loss at break even. Never let a green play go red, ever. All right, and then it just starts to chop sideways. Okay, so let's cover the play on SPX that I did. All right, so this is what we were looking at. Okay, this is what we were looking at here. Right, so I had this trend line drawn out here, right? 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and I was looking here for a 3rd bounce. Also, right, we have a triple bottom. Let me delete these trend lines from before so it makes it a little bit clearer for everyone. Right, so we have a triple bottom, right? 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and 3. Right, notice how we bounced, we kind of moved back to the upside a bit, and then we came back down. Right, here I was anticipating a fake breakdown. Right, how did I know? I had no idea. Right, no one really knows if it's going to be a fake breakdown or not, which is why you need to create a plan and trade the plan every single time. So what was my plan? Right, I saw this little bit of consolidation here. I said, let me take an entry here. Right, here's my entry, calls, and I'll have a stop loss below the low. Right, I'm risking a little bit for a potential to break out of this pattern here. Right, white trend lines. Right, price action is getting tighter and tighter. Right, for a potential to break out of this and reach 38.69, which is, you know, previous resistance. Pretty sure previous support back here somewhere. You guys get the point. Also I was targeting this level here, of course, right, that previous level. Right, previous support, acted as a support again before dropping through. Okay, so entry was here, and then price target was here, and then the one above. Make this red. Right, so created a plan and traded the plan. Right, I entered here, and if it broke the low, I would have cut my position. Right, see what happens. I enter, and boom, breaks out, and it goes crazy. And it was just good timing. Right, it goes up, it goes out, it got up about 50%, comes back down. It was down about 50% again, right? And then, right, launches right off of old resistance as a new support. Right, and then it just continues to go and go and go. Right, hits the price target, comes back down, right, resistance, old support is acting as resistance, right, comes back down, uses this old resistance now as a new support, and continues to the upside. And look what happens here again, right? We break out of this pink trend line. Old resistance becomes new support. I could say it a million times. Old resistance becomes new support. Old support becomes new resistance every single time. Right, and then we see continuation and contracts at 1,000%. And let's see what happens at this level here. Right, it rejects. Right at the resistance. Easy peasy. And this is where we are now. That's exactly how I played it. Very quick play, great play. Small risk to a high reward. It's what we look for every single time. Chris, what do you think? 75 or 100 bips? See you blessed. Huge spike on Piton. Whoops. No, we're down another 2.5% from when we last took a look at it. I'm gonna keep an eye on it though. Looks good. So Tesla, this is what I'm watching today at open. You think 75 bips? Awesome. Hopefully. Please drop a like on the video, everyone. Appreciate it. We're at 57. We should have at least 100 more likes. Really helps out. Here's the chart, right? Let's zoom out a little bit. Right, overall uptrend. Overall uptrend. We're flagging big time here. Right, higher and higher lows, lower and lower highs. I like this little bit of consolidation here. Right, we were kind of creating a little flag. And we broke down at the end of the day and retested, right? So this is a bearish sign here, but typically, right, we fake down or fake out before the breakout, right? Happens all the time. So since there's strength in the market, right, market's up in pre-market, if we can get a breakout over here, this region right here, I will take an entry, 315 or potentially 320 calls. Let's see when the next resistance is. We should check that out before market opens. Turn my Magn on. All right, so 313.31 is that high, and then let's take a look. I want to note this level right here. All right, just so we have an idea of where we could potentially reject. Zoom out a little bit, and then I'm gonna note these levels right here, right? Obviously, this is an insanely major level, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times it rejected or bounced off of, right? And then this level right here. All right, so now I have those major levels charted out, and I know where we could potentially reject on the upside. Awesome. We covered a lot of stuff. Please drop a like on the video. Powell doesn't want to send the market. Yeah, I totally agree. I think I also agree. I think it's 75 bips. I hope it's not anymore for the sake of the market, for the sake of real estate and interest rates. People aren't going to be able to pay back their mortgages. That's for sure. What am I trading on? I mean, this is TradingView. This is TradingView. Also, something I'm looking at. Netflix puts. Perfect rising wedge. Right, started to break down here. It's consolidating sideways, looking for puts under 242.38. If this breaks, we could, you know, test looking for like around this low here. How will it affect mortgages when most interest rates are new sales? Yeah. If someone needs a mortgage, the rate's going to be higher. It's also going to decrease value, right? Buyers are going to have less leverage, right? So values go down typically as interest rates go up, right? Because if you have, let's say you have a 3% interest rate, right? You could take out, or you could spend more money, right? You can leverage more for a bigger property, right? But if it's a 10% interest rate for the sake of it, right? You're going to have to use less money, right? Because you're going to have to pay all that back. So values come down as well. Yep, people are going to have to refinance all that, right? You either refinance or you sell. And, you know, it affects leverage, buying power, all that. right? Values are going to decrease as interest rates go up. It's just how it works. Whether it's residential properties, commercial properties, it affects everything. How about them Yankees, though? That was insane. Judge home run and then the grand slam. That ball, I saw an article. It said it's going to be worth like 20 million. That Judge hit. That was just an unbelievable ending to that game. Let's see what else we got. Amazon. I'm gonna watch Amazon today. Right, multiple rejections off this resistance here. Potentially gonna break out. Not my favorite setup, but keep an eye on it. Market's going to be open here in 10 minutes. Oh yeah, those flags that I mentioned. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully I pronounced that right. So TradingView has a bunch of indicators and auto indicators to help identify these wedges, and it works pretty well. Right, here's the rising wedge indicator. Right, so it caught this one. Right, nice rising wedge before the drop down. That was perfect. And look at it now. Right, this is Tesla. Right, it obviously changes based on the time frame, and it's obviously not 100% or even like 75%, whatever. But it's just something to keep an eye on. Right, there's a bunch of different indicators you can use. Can determine tops, double tops, and you need to play around with it on the look at that double bottom. That's like a perfect double bottom. Right, and it doesn't always work. Right, you gotta understand that. Right, here's a bullish pennant, 1 2 3 4, and then it broke down. Right, so obviously it's not always 100%, but something to keep an eye on. Right, little wedge action before the break to the upside. It really helps. I would think everyone should use these, not as a trading tool, but oh wow, look at this. I didn't even notice that. Okay, this is a great setup here. Perfect head and shoulders. Right, I didn't even notice that. So that just helped us out. Right, so now we have two setups here: play to the upside and a play to the downside. Here's the left shoulder. Here is the head, and here is the right shoulder potentially. Wow, didn't even realize. Let's inverse this and take a look. All right, so now if I remove this, we have inverse head and shoulders. That looks pretty damn good. So now we can play it either way. Wow. All right. Well, that was good that we used that. So how do you get these indicators? You go to indicators here at the top. Click it. Go to technicals. And then go to auto. And then there's a bunch. All right, all the ones that are star, triple bottom, falling wedge, double bottom, bullish pennant, bearish flag. And they have these auto fibs and auto pitchforks. This would be the left shoulder, this would be the head, and then this is the right shoulder. Right, because this is the neckline. Yep, and then we also, right, have that rising wedge, which the pattern determined for us. I wonder if it comes up on the lower. Look at that. That's cool. Look at the rising wedges. Rising wedge, breakdown. Rising wedge, breakdown. Rising wedge, breakdown. Rising wedge, breakdown. All right, so keep an eye on it. We have that rising wedge with that head and shoulders here, right? So that's pretty interesting, right? Keep an eye. With a triple top. These patterns are pretty great. they are pretty great. So let's see if we can get that breakout today. If not, then we might break down from this rising wedge here. Let's make this a different color so we don't get confused. Right, almost a perfect rising wedge. So let's keep an eye on that. This can totally break down and see these levels again here, 290 or so. So we'll keep an eye on that. Market's going to be opening here in 5 minutes. If you guys can, please drop a like on the video. Again, FOMC today at 2:30, right? That's when Powell speaks. FOMC starts at 2. Do not trade unless you're willing to lose money, right? It's a Wednesday, it's middle of the week. We have FOMC, it's going to be volatile. Market's going to be choppy. Okay. Netflix I'm watching as well at open for puts. SPY up in pre-market. Just basic price action. As always, plan the trade, trade the plan. Don't be silly, don't FOMO, don't be greedy, see green, take green, and let's have a killer day. Let's transition over into the Discord. I will see you all there. Okay.